to the ground. Underneath the car is fire, golden desire. The car is fire.
Hey everybody! Thanks for tuning in. It's Saturday and you're watching Witches of the Moon. I'm Melody, aka Desert Siren, and I am your hostess today. And of course we're talking about sacred spaces. To me, there can be several different types of sacred spaces. It can be a space where you do ritual. It could be a space where you do your magical workings. It could be a space to meditate. It can be your altar. Or it can just be just a space to get away from people, everyday things, to just focus, calm down. And you know, I know in this day and age, you know, a lot of us don't have the luxuries to make a real elaborate, big, sacred space. You know, if you can and you do, that's awesome. You know, but sometimes, you know, we live with big families. My family's huge. My sacred space is my altar room, and it is in what would or should be a storage closet. And it's in the corner of the house, way in the back, off of my bedroom. And even then, when I come in here to be alone, I still have, and you've seen on my personal channel, I still have interruptions. You know, so it's really hard. Or, you know, if you're just, people don't understand your reasoning to need a personal space. You know, there's could be several different situations that keep you from having your own personal sacred space. But doesn't mean you can't have one. One of my grandfather, one of his favorite things was he had his favorite park. He had his favorite time of day, which was early morning. He had his favorite bench, and he would just go there every morning, sit there for about 30 minutes, and he said he loved it because it was quiet. You could hear the birds. The sun was out, but yet it was cool because it was still early morning time. And that was his sacred space, you know, his way of getting away. So, you know, if you have a favorite park, a favorite tree to go under, if all else fails, the bathroom, you know, whether you're gonna take a bath or take a shower, make it a spiritual, sacred one. You know, you can light candles, light incense. I've done incense while I've been in the shower before, and it gets a little smoky, but the oil burners, that's real nice. The fumes that give off from that mixed with the steam, it gives a real nice, subtle scent. You know, if you want to light some candles or just listen to some soft music, that could be your sacred space. That's your alone time, your time to focus, meditate. If you need to talk with the divine, if you just need to wash away everything, you know, that's an excellent sacred space. You know, one of the things that you always hear, you know, people say, you know, if you have to, if, you know, again, like if you're like me, a mother, children tend to follow you in the restroom too. But your mind, you can build the perfect sacred space. You know, a lot of times people say, you know, find your happy, safe place. Close your eyes, find your happy, safe place. You know, that happy, safe place can be your sacred space. You know, if you're going to lay down in your room and just unwind and just close your eyes and think of a time where a time or a place where everything was calm, content, you felt safe, you felt happy. You know, I have mine. I know I can know exactly where that sacred space is, and I think I can't find it physically now because it was when I was little, and I really don't know where it's at. But I remember it clearly. I just remember, you know, it was off a riverbank, surrounded by trees, just a little spot. You know, to me, if I can't get any peace and quiet before bed, when everyone's in the rooms or whatever, you know, I'll lay down and I can just think of that moment, think of that time, hear the water trickling down. There's a sacred space right there. So, you know, don't get too riled up or stressed out, you know, that you don't have the room or you don't have the space, or, you know, you can do it that way. If you do, I recommend for your sacred space to be in an area where there isn't a lot of traffic going through. And when I mean traffic, I mean bodies, people. You don't want all that energy going through your sacred area. So I prefer it to be, you know, more. That's why my altar room is where it's at. You know, a lot of people don't go through it or by it or near it. You know, it's just me and my animals. You know, of course, you want to cleanse the area, smudge the area, you know, get it clear of all negativity. But you also want to light sweetgrass or, you know, vanilla incense or something to, you know, you already repelled the negative energy from your sacred space, but you want to invite happy, good energies in, and that's what, like, sweetgrass or any type of rose incense, you know, love, whatever energies you want to invite in to your sacred space. And I think it's just an area that feels at home to you. You know, you don't need anything fancy there. Depending on what you're going to use it for, you know, that's how you're going to determine exactly what you do need or want. Like right now, my altar, I have it set up. It's a working altar, but since my mind's been kind of like blah, 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 I have it set up for meditation. You know, I have my candles, I have my prayer beads, I have my bell, my Lord and Lady, you know. So, because right now in my sacred space, that's what I need. That's what I want. So that's what I have set up for. So definitely, you know, if you're going to set a space up, number one, think of where, you know, location. Where would be a good spot? Where would you feel most comfortable? Where, you know, in your mind, what looks beautiful or what would be perfect for you in that sacred space? You know, what do you need it for? Are you going to do magical workings, or do you need it for meditation? Do you need it just to, I mean, heck, if you just need a space to escape and have a freaking beer, obviously you might need a beer holder. But, you know, what do you need? What are you going to use it for? You know, get all that situated and done. But, you know, don't get too caught up on ideas of how it should be or how it should look. Just think of what you need, what you want it for. You know, I mean, I know now with social media we see these beautiful spaces and they have trickling fountains and wonderful statues and beautiful, like, one of them, like in my mind, you know, honestly, I'll tell you what a sacred space to me looks like in my mind is Jacqueline Dubois. She has that beautiful garden in her front yard, and you know, the circle, and you know, it's like you can kind of, just by the way it looks, you can feel the love and the divine is there. You know, to me, in my mind, that's like a sacred space, you know. But like, I have a black thumb. The soil at this house, my last house, we had really good soil, but for some reason the soil at this home, it just nothing. It's so hard to grow anything, you know. And the few things I do have growing, I'm like so grateful for. But yeah, so I'm not gonna get that kind of ideal spot or look that I would like it to be. So I gotta be, you know, okay, what do I have? What makes me feel comfortable? And just go from there. So yeah, that's my input on sacred spaces. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I'll try to check it as much as I can so I can answer any of your questions. Or if you want to go to my personal page and inbox me there, feel free. And for this week's topic, that's about it. I hope it helps, gave you a few ideas, and that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great weekend. Blessed be.